Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
I'm Katie.
The key ingredient in fireworks that makes them shiny is magnesium.
That's beautiful. May we all be magnesium.
If you want to shine bright like a magnesium firework, use the hashtag Geeks Corner to communicate with us this evening. On Twitter,
Please throw
preferably.
some better jokes than that at us.
Things are getting weird.
Usually those come from Cameron, not from you. And
That's
so I'm
true.
a little bit worried.
That's true. Welcome to our madhouse, friends. It's going to be a good show.
Oh, buddy.
It's going to be a great show
Yes,
because
it
there
is.
is lots going on. We're going to start right off with what the title implies that we're going to talk about, and that's Disney and Netflix. It appears that Disney is saying goodbye to Netflix and in turn creating its own version of it. I'm assuming it's not going to stay with the name of the company that they're acquiring called BAM Tech.
Bam Tech.
I want to know, how did
They
you
make fireworks
name
with magnesium.
BAM Tech?
Bam
That's the
Tech.
first question, is where did the name for BAM Tech come from? I'm going to make
Well,
a
they just-
streaming service and call it BAM Tech.
Because it's so fast, it goes bam.
They wanted a name with impact.
BAM Tech.
Bam Tech.
BAM Tech. Okay. So what do we think about this? Initially sounded like it was going to be a thing for ESPN so that they could have a streaming service for that, which will be next year.
Mhm.
The year after that, they're going to cut ties with all of the movies going on Netflix and instead put it on this platform that we hope won't be called Disflix. And
Guess we'll find out.
yeah. So first off, are we sad about Disney pulling its titles from Netflix?
A little. Because I'm already paying Netflix money, and I don't want to pay a second streaming service money.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's...
I mean, from a business standpoint, it seems like the next logical step because I mean, it brings it in house. They'll be able to control it, and they'll make the maximum amount of profits off of it. But in the same way, we're already paying for umpteenth amount of streaming services. At some point, we're going to have to start prioritizing. Now, Disney obviously is going to take some of that priority for fans like ourselves. But what does that mean for the other services? I mean, how many on average does a person have?
My question is if, let's say it's a $20 a month service. And you
Oof.
get,
It probably is, though.
well, let me finish my train of thought. $20 a month. It's Disney proprietary. They put all of their studios under this banner, and it's up forever. Like they say this is where our platform for media is going to be online. At that point, isn't it like $20 to download Guardians of the Galaxy today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At which point, why don't you just get the app or the streaming service or BAMTech and just stop buying the movies? Because you already have access to it through this cloud or this stream.
For that logic to work, you would have to say that every month you're getting something of value for $20.
That's assuming Disney has a movie coming out every month.
And even at that rate, I don't think there is enough content from being a Disney fan myself. I don't know if there's enough content for me to say that every month I'm willing to pay $20 for that.
I quite honestly will not pay $20 a month for it. I'm just thinking it. I've been thinking, wow, it's actually pretty cool and whatever. But I'm realizing now that I use Netflix for watching The Office on repeat. That's it. Like, that's all I do. It's just always on in the background. And then
That's
sometimes...
what, $10 a month?
It's... Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
$9.
I don't know what I pay for it.
So what if it's $9?
I only occasionally throw on Zootopia. And I could watch
Disney
Zootopia
Band.
or Moana or whatever,
What about
whenever
Star
I want.
Wars?
See, that's...
Yeah, if they're
That's where
bringing
you
in
get me.
their things that have purchased like Star Wars or I mean they're going to have Marvel
Infinity
as part of
War
it. Yeah.
coming out. Like they haven't said that's for sure going to go to this new Disney BAM, but I don't know what's going to call it.
Disney Bam.
I love that!
Disney marketing folks, get on it and throw us some
New
sweet,
fireworks show called Disney Bam.
No, but seriously, what are you going to call this? A streaming service by Disney? Because they already have Disney movies anywhere. They
Oops,
have
all
Watch
Disney.
ESPN. They have
Oops, all Disney is really funny. I like that.
I'm funny tonight.
I don't know. I feel like they're probably going to go with something punny, but it's not.
The other thing to be thinking about is we're just talking about movies at this point. They also have ABC, Disney, Disney XD,
It's true.
ESPN, and all of its millions of sub-channel.
It's true.
I feel like ESPN has the most versions of it.
They do.
Like ESPN 1, 2, 3, ESPN...
The Ocho.
whatever.
You.
Yeah, like they have so many.
ESPN Classic.
Oh yeah, ESPN Classic.
SEC
Now,
Network.
from a
We're
sport,
not
if you're
just going to show you sports. We're going to show you sports from 20 years
This
ago.
is why I don't watch sports.
yeah,
This
so
is
if
it.
you're a
This is the
sports fan,
reason.
I could see that being of value.
Which
like,
my dad goes back and watches football games from like 1985. And he's
but
like,
he knows who
this-
wins.
This is the one who did this, and they'll like, oh, remember this play? It's like, yeah, I don't get it. But
Sports fans, man. They're
do we have
wild.
any names on? Nope. I don't actually know how much it'll be, Bailey. I would just threw a number out there, but
I can't imagine it being honestly more than 10. That seems like the standard now.
I could see 10 to 14.
I could, okay.
Yeah,
14,
something in
I
that
can
range.
see.
I mean, think CBS.
Still a lot of money.
CBS access is $7, and all you're getting is CBS. Think of all the networks Disney owns. Think of all of the studios Disney owns.
And how much of that are they
Think
going to
of
be
how-
putting on there, though?
I mean, for me, DuckTales alone.
Woo!
Thank you. I would pay $7 for DuckTales.
Woo.
If you go to iTunes, how much is it to buy one show?
Like a,
$29.99,
Depends
yeah.
on the show.
depending on the show.
Depends on the show.
But think of
I can think of maybe 4 or 5 titles over the course of a Disney year that I would want to own, which would offset the cost of wanting it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, what it's going to come down to is how much of their
What if you
canon
could-
are they offering?
what if you could binge watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I wouldn't do it because I still don't care.
Caitlin's thinking about it right now. You wouldn't have to. So great story. We finally caught up on
Oh,
Agents
no.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. the other night. Caitlin and I are Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. buddies. And in the, was it
Hashtag
the
Agents
last
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
episode?
buddies.
It was the last episode, right? And there was an exciting moment that I won't spoil for you in the last episode, but I will tell that Caitlin did a full-on blood-curdling scream, and it was it was better than when she threw the phone at the TV.
Is this when Agent Coulson gets the Iron Throne? Is that what happens?
Something like that.
Yeah, okay.
It was absolutely amazing. So, name. Anybody have a name? Nobody had a real name.
Use the hashtag Geeks Corner and tell us a name for
Nobody's
this Disney
throwing
streaming
them
I'm not
service.
creative.
I'm having a hard I was gonna say like Laughing Place, but that's already taken
That's
by the
a
website.
website.
Yeah,
I'm sure they could probably.
they could leverage some
could-
connections. Yeah,
They could probably pull something and say they own it somehow. I don't know.
Oh, they're gonna call it DAPs Magic. Nailed it.
nailed it,
If you
100%.
want to buy it from us, we'll just switch to Geeks Corner. That'd be fine.
So, hey Disney.
If you want Disstream.
All right.
Disstream.
So then
Death-
it's like
not
this-
Deathstream.
Not Deathstream, but
Disstream.
Disstream right here.
Disney Stream.
Right here.
Yeah.
Disstream.
Disstream.
Don't be in distress. Just be in Disstream.
That's beautiful.
I want that in like font written on wood,
No, I was gonna say I want that like embroidered on,
like stitched. Yes, yes.
hand stitched.
Disstream's for you.
And you and you and you.
Can we talk about something else? I'm uncomfortable.
I've got no names. Like,
I
Not
honestly
even
Oh,
don't
Cameron.
either.
who am I?
Yeah, you can already binge watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Netflix, but if it's getting pulled to go to Disstream,
Yeah.
then that's not a name. That's not it. I don't know. Mouse TV.
The
Disney
Wonderful World of
Anywhere.
Commerce.
Disney Anywhere, because they don't have that any. That's probably
They have Disney movies anywhere.
Disney Anywhere.
TV anywhere. Disney anywhere.
It's just a clunky name. I would even thought the Disney movies anywhere
Da.
is.
Ah,
What else is da?
blah.
Oh, that was that article. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Yes, that's exactly it. All right, let's move on. Downtown Disney is changing its parking policy
Yeah, it's not so
as
good.
of what is it? August 9th? Is that
16th.
16th, 24th?
Get your parking in now, folks.
August 16th.
Park
Downtown
now.
Disney will be changing their parking prices, and it will make things a little bit more difficult for those who like to just go and park for a couple minutes and go into the park, or just get Starbucks or whatever. So, the new policy is you have to spend $20 on food, go to a sit-down restaurant, go to the movies to get your free parking.
Yeah, and it was like $20 was just the 2-hour mark,
Mm-hmm.
or the sit-down restaurant was the normal. I think what 4
What
or
am I
5.
missing?
It's also on merchandise.
Or $20 on
Yeah.
One
merchandise.
store.
From one store. You can't pick and choose from
Yeah.
4 stores.
'Cause you have
But
to get the
they're
stamp.
getting rid of all the stores, so that's actually okay, because
You're gonna have less and less options.
you'll
You can
just
only go to World of Disney.
or the, was it Canucks? You could get a pair of
Sanooks.
You can get
It's
a
the
pair
sandal
of
place?
sandals. So sandals, Legos, or Disney is pretty much all.
Perfect.
This. Or
That
art.
sounds like a great
Like,
game
really,
show, by the way.
all of the places that are left, you can't get anything for under $20 anyway, so you're probably okay.
Yep.
Like even the ESPN Zone gift shop doesn't have anything for under
Nope.
20. Well,
true.
it probably does, but so anyway, parking's changing. What do you feel about this, Cameron? You can lead off.
I like economics, and this serves to purpose. I mean, there has been a lot of. I mean, you've probably seen it if you've seen the story at all. Outcry of this terrible thing that people are doing and taking away parking. Well, they're taking it away because people are abusing the system. First of all, parking is not meant for things
Wait,
like.
parking's not a right?
I know it's like a privilege or something.
Oh. Is
It's
my
almost
car
like they
free?
own the land that you're using.
Oh.
I don't mean to be argumentative to the point, but point is Disney obviously has a demand and their supply is very limited. It's
Well,
number
that's the problem. The demand is so ridiculously high that.
and their supply of parking spaces is severely limited. So
Well, and when they add the hotel,
even more
parking
Yep.
is going to go even more difficult.
So it makes perfect sense. They'll keep raising prices until they reach an equilibrium where they can serve the maximum number of people without turning many people away.
So you're saying you're okay with this change?
Absolutely. Yes. I don't use that parking lot anyway because I use my pass to go into the parks and enjoy moving.
That and I can never find a parking spot, and my truck is too big. And you go around and around and around and try to find a spot in the back, and then a little car sneaks in front of you anyway. So it's like, what's the point? I'm just going to go park in Mickey and Friends.
Yes.
What do you think?
I feel very similarly. Actually, I was having this conversation with Ronnie.
That's a hard word to say.
Ronnie?
No, similarly.
Similarly.
Yeah, go ahead. That
I was having this
It's
conversation.
like Cimmerillion. Is that the one from
Tolkien,
Tolkien?
yeah.
That's a hard one to say too.
Cimmerillion.
All right, go ahead, Ronnie.
Anyway, I was talking to Ronnie about this because Ronnie does not have parking on her pass, so she occasionally, to watch out Disney, she would do the thing where she would park and then get it validated by talking to someone somehow. I'm not gonna say things, but she was disappointed in this, and I was like, yeah, I had this, like, the sun shone upon me.
Was there music?
Yeah, there was harps. There was angels singing. It was beautiful. There's something in my
Very
eye.
cool.
But it was like, wait, I can never find parking there, and that's probably gonna help this. Maybe, hopefully, a lot. Maybe not. Who knows? That parking lot sucks. But yeah, like, I don't know. And then to add on to that, like, the one time I parked in that parking lot, my mom and I got yelled at, like, by a random lady. So I don't like that downtown Disney parking lot. It's because my mom sneezed. Like, she sneezed and we got yelled at.
How dare you?
So,
How dare
you know what? Stop parking for free at downtown Disney.
Okay. So we all think this is a good thing, even though, I mean, it's a necessary thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the word to put it.
And the parking lot for downtown Disney does serve a valuable service to the locals who just want to go enjoy dinner or a show in downtown Disney. It's not catering to those folks right now, so a change had to be made, and this is a logical thing to do.
And I realized just to go to Universal City Walk, you have to pay $17 to park.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't even validate there. You just pay $17 to even go to
Well,
Universal
really,
City
that's where
Walk.
it's going to end up heading, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I was realizing that a couple weeks ago when I was there, Ronnie was like, you have to pay. Like, if you just want to go City Walk, I'm like, yeah, I see downtown Disney heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the downsides of the park getting new things that are awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Who's It's and What's It's pop-up shop? Talk about your day.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh,
I went
goodness
to the
gracious.
Who's and What's pop-up shop. I was so what I wrote the article about this 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting something very small. I was expecting like little merch tables, things of that nature. When I saw the opening Instagrams from the day it opened, like it was crazy. Like it was wall-to-wall people. They actually have a storefront. Everybody's there. Like everybody and their mother's there having a party. There's a ton of stuff. Like I was like, okay, there's gonna be a couple things from artists. There's gonna be a couple things from the brands. Every brand brought a lot. Every artist has done a ton. It's crazy. Like, it's awesome. But I went today with Ronnie because we've been wanting to check this out because Ronnie's actually the one that told me about it. and I bought this Star Wars.
Who are you wearing?
Who am I wearing? I can't remember brands at the moment. I'm terrible at this. I'm wearing this Star Wars. It's actually a crop top, and then I'm wearing this high-waisted skirt that I also bought at the pop-up shop.
So talk about your experience there.
Oh, it was wonderful. They actually, I believe, they were either supposed to open at 2 or 3, and I saw on Instagram that people had been lining up early, so they were going to open up the shop early. So Ronnie and I went in. There was about one other girl there. Tiffany Mink, who's It's and What's It's, like, that's her brand. This is her pop-up shop. She's been there, I believe, every single day. And she just, like, I was so impressed by the way she talks to people, and she's so excited that people are there. She's so excited that other people are excited. She was talking about how Disney fans are such a special, like, breed, and how we're all cut from the same cloth, and she just loves to meet other people who love the same things as her.
Cut from the same cloth. It's good for clothes.
It was good.
Yeah. I like that.
And then I actually tried this on, and she wasn't doing anything, and she turned around, she's like, how's sizing working? And I was like, oh, like, I just don't know how I feel about this outfit altogether. And she's like, you look really cute. Like, I really like this whole ensemble you have on. And I was like, thank you. Like, and this, I'm not wearing anything from her brand, so it wasn't like she was trying to sell me on her own clothes. Like, she just really was being supportive, and she was incredibly lovely. Just absolutely wonderful. I cannot say enough good things about this pop-up shop, and I wish that it wasn't only 10 days, because I wish I could keep going.
So you didn't like it, is what you're saying? Is that the feel I'm getting? Or...
Couldn't stand it.
So if you go to the pop-up shop, say hi to Tiffany
Yes.
for Katie Bear Blue Hair, and say we'd love to have her on Geeks Corner, because
We have couch
Katie
space.
didn't do that today. But we would love to have you on there.
Hello.
And also, hi, Hallie. I understand you were there today as well. And she used to sit right here next to me on Geeks Corner
You're
about
just
4
calling
years
me
ago.
out.
No, I'm just
We're big
making
fans.
The connections.
Good job, guys.
We love Hallie. We love Tiffany, and they're great people.
I
And
saw everyone from a distance, and I was texting Mr. DAPs about it, and he was like, go say hi to them. And I was like, but they don't know who I am.
they're awesome people.
She was also
and
breathing through her mouth
you-
the entire time.
It's all good. It's but that's opportunity for the future.
Yeah.
And now
Congrats
you know
on
they're
all the
nice,
success,
so-
though.
Yes.
Like, really, good job, guys. We're
Well,
super
it's
proud.
living the dream, and that's really cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Making it happen. Abraham Lincoln.
Heard of him?
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
familiar.
new video that went out by Garner Holt. I don't know why I just started thinking Garner Productions. I'm like, no, Garner Holt Productions. But it shows a mock-up or a prototype, I guess, of Abraham Lincoln with 45 different servos things in his face. And
That's twice the number I have.
it's ridiculous. If that's the future of Hall of Presidents, which is really what I was thinking. Like, everybody keeps saying, oh, maybe it'll come to Disneyland. I'm like, maybe they're working on it for Hall of Presidents. Because can you imagine 45 presidents with realistic facial muscles?
It's a little terrifying, actually.
History would be coming to life, my friend.
I was going to say, that's kind of the thing of what nightmares are made of.
No, it would be amazing.
Like, it would be absolutely incredible in front of me, but then what
I want
happens
to
when
see
the lights
funny
go out?
faces that George Washington makes when he thinks
Can you,
nobody's
can you imagine if they
looking.
programmed something just...
You've got Taft over there, like, making side-eye at Lincoln, because Lincoln
Throwing
had a bigger
shade.
name. Yeah, that thing.
Garfield sticking his tongue out. Oh, that'd be so good.
I feel like Clinton, when he looks at his watch, would have, like, the eyebrow go up.
Yeah, just that little bit.
Just a little twitch, you know, kind of like, we're still here, guys. Come on, let's move. But yeah, what did you think of this video, and what do you think the applications for it could be? They've already said it can go into museums and cultural centers and whatnot, but what would you like to see happen with it?
I'd like, well, first of all, it's promising as they continue to move further out of the uncanny valley. I don't think, for those of you unfamiliar, uncanny valley is things that are almost human, but not quite. The thing at the depth of it are like clowns and mannequins.
I thought it was a step forward, though.
Yeah, but it is a step. It is. This is actually moving away from it. It's still not 100%, but it's closer than anything I've seen to realism and facial expression.
And it was really the top half of the face was so much better. Like, the
Yes.
lips still aren't there, but, like,
The expression.
all of this up here was ridiculous. Like, it
You,
was the
you
first
could
time
feel emotion out of the expression. It was good.
the eyes almost were right. And that, to me, is one of the hardest parts to get right.
And so that's very cool that they're moving in that way. And I mean, the applications are limitless. You talk about history coming to life. It's so much more effective, especially for a visual learner, to be able to see historical figures and put them in context. I think it's fantastic, and I love that they were pushing it to the limit as far as the expressions go, because it just shows you the full range of what they're capable of.
That, and it changes your perspective of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. You can make him say anything.
Well, who knows what he was really like? Like, maybe he had that clever side of him. I don't know. He made faces at senators as they walked away. I mean, when you surround yourself with your enemies, you have to get some sort of therapy or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes them the real. I mean, one thing you're always supposed to do when you think about someone you idolize is think about them sneezing, because it just humanizes them immediately.
Wouldn't that be great if he was telling the Gettysburg Address? Excuse me.
Hat flies
Like,
off.
yeah, I think that would make the show so funny.
He picks it up. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. So where would you like to see it used?
Where would you like to see it used?
I don't know. I just want to see it happen, like wherever that may be. I just think that the fact that this technology exists is absolutely incredible. And I think that any place that they see fit for it to be used, I think it'd be really cool in a museum, quite honestly. Educating our youths, they're our future. But making, like, history real and exciting. And yes, we have it at Disneyland, but I think museums are important. I'm about to get very, very, like... but I think that history is important for the kids to know. So.
See, I was going to go to somewhere far, far away a long, long time ago.
Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Okay.
When we get the new area, wouldn't it be amazing if the queue for the Millennium Falcon line, you actually had Han Solo sitting there talking to you?
I thought you were going to say the Millennium Falcon sitting there talking to you. I'm like, what?
No.
What?
But wouldn't it be great if you could have, like, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and think of where Indiana Jones is currently. And just think of the technology.
Leia, is that what got you?
No.
Oh.
Because
I'm just thinking of what would naturally, like, who
No.
would be with the Millennium
I'm
Falcon.
thinking if you have Han Solo, and we all know that things are going to come to Princess Leia within the next episode, it's just inevitable.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, there's going to be children, and it would happen. Aren't you guys dead? Like, I could just
Okay,
see
so
it
Rey.
coming.
Rey
I could
is
just
there,
see it coming.
and she's talking to everybody.
That'd be
and,
better.
Or, I don't know, like, I just think there's lots of potential
Yeah.
for, like, queue, like, as you're going through the queue, having people talk to you.
That'd be terrifying, but I'd love it.
I just pictured Star Trek's Q as one of these
Yeah, you
animatronics,
would.
by the way. So,
John Delancey, isn't that his name?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, let's move right along. Little Mermaid Live was supposed to be coming out in 2 months, I believe October, and it was discovered that it's being delayed.
Yeah, they kind of haven't mentioned it for a little while.
Yeah.
So that they can basically do it right. First off, is this a show we really want to see on TV live?
No.
Not personally, but I see the fandom getting real hype about it. So,
I love The Little Mermaid. Let's get some things straight. I love Little Mermaid. I don't want to see this happen. Like,
So my only flip side with that is so many people see something like that goes on Broadway or it goes on tour and the cheapest ticket's $50 and it's just not very accessible. And I think that's the biggest trick with live theater is if you're not financially at a place where you can drop, let's say it's $150 because you have to get 2 tickets because you need your mom to take you or whatever. This does open the door to musical theater to a completely different group of people. Or, like, I grew up in the Midwest. We rarely got a real Broadway show in our town. Like, I can remember seeing one growing up that we didn't go to New York or somewhere else for. And it does open things up. And when it's something like Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast or something that we already know on the silver screen,
kind of bridges it.
It bridges it and it opens the world of, like, oh, you sing and you dance. You could do this with your life. Or maybe you want to become, I don't know.
Can I soapbox for just a moment on
please.
that? While I agree completely with everything you're saying, that this is completely true, that it makes it accessible, please, 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 go see live theater. It is, no matter how good the recording is, no matter how much they're delaying for this, the experience of seeing a live
always
theater
so much
show
better.
is a billion times better. And if you haven't seen it, just go support actors in your community. They're doing the thing.
Support
Go,
local
go,
theater.
please. Local theater is so important, so important. Go, please, please support these people. Thank you. I'm done.
Yep, completely agree. And that's what I think this does, though, is it opens people's minds to the possibilities of what's out there and what it can be like. Because
Yes.
you see this basically 2-dimensional version of what is really an interactive thing. Like, that's what's great about live theaters. I remember seeing the producers at the Pantages, and Martin Short was just ridiculous, and so was Roger Bart, and they had Jason Alexander cracking up in the middle of the Carmen Gia scene, and that lasted probably 10 minutes when it was a 2-minute scene, and it's the audience is dying, the characters are dying. Martin Short's just sitting there grinning at people and being silly.
And the one that's in control of the scene is just...
But it creates moments... Well, it was actually Roger Bart, because he was just playing with his hand out of a door. And Martin was reacting to it. But those are the moments that you're never going to see on TV. You're never going to see, and I think that's what opens the doors to. But, so... Go ahead.
But I feel like delaying this to get us back on there.
I
I feel like delaying this that gives us the option for it to be done right.
That's
because
true.
I feel like if we're not opening the correct doors, that we're not doing anybody any justice.
Yep, do it right or not at all.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
All right, moving right along, food reviews. We have been seeing a lot of them from our good friend Ronnie all summer, and sadly this series of videos, articles will be coming to an end in a couple of weeks.
A brief pause, not an end.
Well, yes. But the question we'd like to ask you all tonight is, what restaurants would you like to see her cover with her the end of this period of time, this run, whatever. Let us know with the hashtag Geeks Corner. She's covered quite a bit, and so check out the articles on dapsmagic.com. And then let us know where else you'd like to see her cover, because she said, I'll go cover what you want us to cover, but we have to tell her. Yeah.
Go leave her a comment and tell her how fantastic she is.
That would be great, too.
She's busy as all heck. This girl does more than anyone could possibly know. I'm going to tear up talking about her right now. She's fantastic. Just send her lots of love. Tell her you appreciate her.
Yeah, and she does a fantastic job. She's ridiculously consistent, so thank you, Ronnie. We have 1 minute left of the show.
Oh, boy!
How does that ever happen? We're never that close to
That's
anything.
pretty good.
So, since we have 1 minute
Read
left,
that fact.
since the Rivers America came back, we went on the Rivers America, and we got taken up into the wheelhouse, and we got a pilot's certificate, which of course we had to save and not squish.
Yeah.
So
Save and not squish.
Yes. So we bought a book.
Because what else do you do?
Because what else do you
Logic.
do? So, for the two of you, Jeopardy rules, hands up first.
Okay.
This is a fairly easy question.
Oh no,
No,
I'm
don't-
bad with those.
don't
say
preface
that.
it with
Don't
that.
say that.
Where was Mary Poppins filmed?
Wait,
I
what?
heard a literal sound effect of drink in the audience, by the
Somebody
way.
was drinking in
Don't-
the audience.
Blah,
That's okay. Anybody know where it was filmed?
A soundstage.
You have to raise your hand and he has to buzz it.
But that wasn't a real guess. That's riffing.
Okay.
I was
Oh,
making...
okay.
Actually, I saw Katie's hand go up.
Is your hand going up, Katie?
Go for it!
Go. We're almost out of time. Katie.
England.
It represented England. That's the incorrect response. Anybody else know? I know Roger knows. Cameron, do you want to make a guess?
Burbank?
That would be correct.
Yeah!
They recreated
I will not.
London,
defeated
and the whole thing was filmed in Southern California.
Yes!
I will
So
not be
there's
defeated
your
again.
first Disney trivia from the vault, courtesy of Dave Smith, who actually wasn't courtesy of because we bought the book. We weren't given it. Anyway, we are running out of time for tonight. We hope you are having a fantastic warm week. It's ridiculously warm in here. You can see, I don't know about me, but the two of them are glistening as I look over this way.
I'm shiny as the noonday sun.
Shiny as the noonday sun. Leave Ronnie some comments as we go into the last couple of weeks, and leave us comments too.
Be sure to look into Rock for Chalk if you have not done it yet. It's coming up real soon, August 17th. Please just share the links to it. We would love more people to come. We've got some exciting stuff planned for that. And if you'd like to see more of what we do here, go to thegeekscorner.com to see more of our show.
Go check out dapsmagic.com. Read Ronnie's amazing food reviews. Read our reviews that are also amazing. Go check them out and see all the things we couldn't necessarily talk about here.
And make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We are posting all the time, and YouTube now that I think about it. We're trying to get a video up every single day. It's a great challenge that we're really pushing for. Yours is the next one up, right?
Mine's the next one to come.
Yours is. So we hope you are all having a fantastic week, and we'll see you around the corner.
I don't know.